Hello and welcome to this video. I have been called so many times over the last few days since the government announced their mini budget. Everybody's asking about recession, when it's happening, what's going to happen in the property market, what is really going to go on. Basically, everybody's kind of really worrying about what's going to happen in the future. Energy prices, petrol, diesel, talking about groceries, so many stuff happening. People are banging my phone every single day asking me really what is going to happen in the future, especially when it comes to the property market. So well, in this video, I'm going to share what is recession, when it's going to happen, and what you should be doing to actually prepare you to ensure you are set for taking the opportunities. Well, let's admit, I know it's dreadful to hear about recession, how scary it is, and how lots of people would be going bankrupt, losing lots of money, but yet it is an opportunity. More millionaires are made during recession than any other time in human history. So if you're worrying about the recession, maybe you want to know what recession is, right? What you should be doing so you can prepare yourself for when the winter comes, because it's going to happen. So it's important for you to know exactly what it is and try to mitigate to ensure you take advantage of it. So basically in this video, I'm going to go through all that process so you learn exactly what you need to do to get yourselves ready for when the recession hits, because it's going to happen, okay? Before we get going, let's talk about recession. What is recession? You've been hearing about this left, right, and center. People are talking about it in the media, travel, transport, everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. In my office, everywhere people are talking about recession. So let's talk about what it is, what really it actually means. A recession, it is a period of temporal economic decline during which trade and industrial activities are reduced, generally identified by a fall in GDP in 2 consecutive quarters. In layman time, basically, it's when there is a less demand in the industry, right? Where people are not buying any more items and they're worried about what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen next month. Basically, that then draws in the production. It basically makes it slow. And again, in this sort of recession we might be facing, it's kind of the opposite, where prices are going significantly higher because production is lower and people don't really have that money to actually buy the items. Again, that then reduces the GDP figure, and then that then causes a recession. So basically that's what a recession is, okay? But then what should you be doing during recession or before recession? The number one thing I would advise you to do, basically, stop watching the media. Stop watching the news, because the news, I've never watched the news where they're celebrating about success, talking about nice things, talking about how amazing things are. The news is negative. They always talk about they literally dread on bad things. Ukraine, inflation, how the property market is literally gonna fall off. It makes you scared, because what happens is negative news sells. So they're not gonna be telling you about what you want to hear. They wanna tell you what gets you nervous, because what the mind is, how God created the mind, or how the mind is designed is basically, you're more attracted to kind of negative news. And again, anything is negative, people want to hear it. I know it may be paining you, but you still want to hear it. And then obviously that then causes procrastination, it causes delays, it causes you to wait on the sideline thinking when everything goes nice, you start investing, okay? Don't watch the news, don't watch the media, because they're just dreadful. They're literally going to give you nightmares. So if you want to be successful during this recession, basically stop watching the news, because the news is just too much, especially if you're taking it in. If you're taking it in, don't watch it, because some people watch it just to know what's happening, headlines, and I understand that, but don't sit down, watch it to literally deter your future. The second thing you need to be doing is basically educate yourself, right? Educate yourself, understand what you want to get into. Do you want to look into cryptos? Do you want to look at stock and shares? Actually, do you want to look at properties? Because property is what I do, basically. Learn about properties, understand what advantages can be taken off during recession, because if you remember, more millionaires are made during recession. So what sort of strategy do you want to learn? Do you want to learn rent to rent, for example, rent to service accommodation, or service accommodation, holiday let, buy, refurbish, and refinance? Well, you may be asking what buy, refurbish, and refinance is. Buy, refurbish, and refinance is basically buying a dilapidated property, right? You do it up, renovate it, right? You then remortgage that property and rent it. That's what BRR is. What are these opportunities out there? Because remember what Warren Buffett says, when people are fearful, you become greedy. Right? So basically this is starting to happen slightly. People are getting worried about the property market. People are getting worried what's going to happen out there. So go out there, educate yourself, watch my YouTube videos, find property coaches, property mentors to actually train you, mentor, even if it doesn't have to be me. Find someone who will educate you in the strategy you want to execute. Obviously, if you want me to kind of train you, mentor you, coach you, there's a link on this video where you can book a free strategic call with me, absolutely free, so I can talk to you a bit about the property market and how you can take advantage of it. Even if it's not me, get someone to train you, educate you to get you to the next level, because this is the opportunity. It's one of a lifetime opportunities, okay? This is the time to set yourself ready for actually taking advantage of it. Remember, note this down, more millionaires are made during recession than any other time in history. So prepare yourself, get yourself ready for when the recession hits. Right, what you could do basically, property price has gone up significantly, and buying a property, you using a debt is a massive benefit, and it's called good debt. So what you can look at that debt, see if you can remortgage, pull some of that investment out, and then obviously start thinking or start buying more properties, or start taking rent property deals, rental service accommodation deals, purchase lease option deals. These are the deals that gives you lots of cash flow that will allow you to buy more properties. Again, these are the things you should be doing right now to actually prepare you for the recession. So when do I think the recession is going to happen? Well, nobody's got the crystal ball about when it's going to happen. Some people are saying it's already here, right? And some people are saying maybe next year or in a couple of years. For me personally, I think we're looking at probably next year or in 2023, 24, that's the time when I think it might be happening. But some people are saying right now it's actually there. So what I'm going to tell you now is basically prepare yourself, whether it's now, tomorrow, next year, or the year after. Prepare yourself, embrace yourself, train yourself to get you well prepared for that storm. So when that storm comes, you can survive. You can not just survive, you can thrive. You can not just thrive, you can be successful. You know why? Because you'll be serving lots of investors out there that need your help the most. So again, let me go through these 5 things you need to be doing right now. Number 1, stop watching news. Stop watching the bad news, because they're not talking about anything else apart from bad things. Secondly, educate yourself. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself heavily to get you prepared for when shit hit the fan. Number 3, check your outgoings. Check your expenses. What you're spending, what you're spending your money on. Is it something that adds value to you? If it doesn't, literally unsubscribe on it or stop spending it that way. Save. I'm not saying save lots of money here. Save 3 to 6 months of your expenses just in case something goes wrong. And number 5, pay down your bad debt. Paying down your bad debt releases you from that stress to allow you to invest. If you like this video or any of my video, don't forget to hit like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing the next video.